Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of my Project Ozone series. Okay, looks like that system finally emptied out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this Tesseract down to the bottom and we can clear all this up. If we just quickly... In fact, if actually I just take that one down, swap these out. If I put a Tesseract here, and then link... Put that on there, change that to insert on the orange channel. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to quickly grab these pipes and connect that across. And now anything that goes on the orange channel will go directly into this Tesseract, which we set up as AE2, which it already is, and it should be just sending. Send only, no fluid, no energy. Items only. And that should be that system cleared up and it'll just run. There's no need for anything else to be done. We'll just we'll tidy up these pipes. And that is now feeding into our AE system, which is awesome, because that's going to make life a whole lot easier. And then we can just get rid of all this now. Oh, actually, I need some stone to replace that. We'll take all these down, because there's no need for them to be up. And we'll just... I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay. And that now just leaves... I still don't know why that sound muffler doesn't work. It should do. That just leaves junk chests. And again, we can do the same thing. We'll go grab a Tesseract and an item conduit. And we'll just feed everything from those junk chests into our ME system, because we got so much space. We haven't even touched that final drive yet, which is equivalent of like about 5 of these, I think. Well, actually, no, it's equivalent of like 4 of these. Although, I mean, we put in a fair chunk into those 2 systems. But, I mean, it's so much nicer to have all this consolidated. And then the only thing that's left over here is the seeds for the farming system, which I don't mind leaving here, and that still links in with all of that. And that way, then I don't have to change all of that system. That's more than enough seed types of what we're going to need, so we can just leave that alone. It doesn't hurt for it to be there. Oh yeah, so we were going to transfer the last of our stuff in from the other system. If you can get me some item conduit. There we go. Let's stick all that into there for now. Put all these upgrades in. And I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, that's pretty much that all cleared up apart from these 2 chests here. But I think what I'm going to do, I'll wait until I expand the drives and get a lot more item types available to store. We've cleared it out so that we've still got a good number left available to us if we need it. Actual storage space, we're doing really good. So, with all that sorted out, and with this system sorted out, what I also realized was the Master Infusion Stone. I don't want that being put into the AE system because it won't pull it back out. So what I've done is I've temporarily set up a little chest here with a item, Ender IO item conduit. And all it's doing is extracting the... Turn that off. the infusion stone when it comes into the output. And then what it'll do is on the when it goes into the chest, it'll put it straight back into this item queue here. So when it gets down to the Zvicio, when it dumps that into there, it'll go into the chest and then come back into the system here. And that'll allow that process to carry on running without interrupting. And that's about it on there. Our next job is, now that we have storage space, we're looking towards getting the Ender IO quarry, the Ender quarry running. But before we do that, we need power. So I think the next job is going to be to look at the big reactors. Where did my quest book go? Where did my quest book go? Did I accidentally put it in? There it is. Accidentally stuck it into there. So I put those away. And take a quick look at our quest book. I mean, the other thing we could do is, I mean, deep storage is another thing that we need to look at before we get the Ender IO quarry running, because then we can deal with all the dirt, the gravel, sand, and cobble that comes in. And it needs 6 of those. So we've got a couple of little jobs that we need to do before we get the Ender quarry running. And our seeds are still tootling along. We've certainly got enough steel and yellorium. I mean, we've got yellorium coming out of our ears. 3, that's more than enough to power a reactor and make a reactor. We've got a bunch of coal that we can make graphite with, if we need it. And we got a whole ton of steel now. We've got 1,000 pieces of steel. What I want to do before I start the big reactor is finish off this quest line here and get the crafting component of the AE system at least started. So we need 1 crafting unit. If we look at the applied energistics and look for, I think this. So we need a crafting unit, a crow processor, a 64K storage, and a crafting monitor. So we'll start with the crafting unit. That's going to need calculation, and might even actually be able to make that with the stuff we've got in the system already. Let's take a quick look there. Crafting unit. Yep, we can make one of those straight away. And then we need the crafting coprocessor, which takes a crafting unit and an engineering processor, which we just made. Let's grab one of those. See if that's updated our quest book. It has. Then we need a crafting monitor. Let's see what that crafting monitor is. That one there. It's another one of those crafting units with an ME storage monitor, which we're going to need to make up. Let's make up another crafting monitor and let's see if that storage unit needs a crafting. It does. So we need to make 2 more of those. Let's grab that and do 2 of those. Put that in the system. We'll keep that out because we're about to put that down. Let's go into the crafting monitor. We need the ME storage monitor, which is an illuminated panel, which I think we still got 1 left, and an ME level emitter, which is, it should be easy. We might have that in this. Yeah, we do. Stick that in the system, and that should be enough for us to make up one of those. Yes. And then we'll make up the crafting monitor. There you go. It gives us that. And then the last thing that we need is the 64K crafting storage, which means we have to make up another one of these, which is going to need 27 more of the 1K. Look at the 1K. How many have we got any of those in the system? No, we don't. We've used all those up. So we need to make up. Oh, we've run out of the gold logic. I'll make up some of those. Make up. Actually, I might even have some in the chest. Yeah, I've already got some pre-made up. Let's grab some of those. Take those out, which are the finished product. Drop those in the system. And it should now allow us to make up. There you go. We've got more than enough for that. And we'll make up the 4K. Which is that one. Make up as many as we can make up with that. What we've got. And we'll do the same with the 16, doesn't it? 16K. Which is those. That makes up 5 of those. That's fine. Oh, did we run out of engineering processes, which means we need some diamonds? Let's grab a stack. Let's make up a stack of engineering processes as well. Wait for those to come through. Okay, should be enough to do what we want to do for now. 16K. Make up the rest of those, okay? And then we'll make up the 64K version. Which is that. Now we need to put those in the system. Now we made up 2 of those. Okay, so we got 1 spare, which is okay because we can use that a little bit later. And that should be enough now to make up the storage unit. Crafting storage. There you go. And that finishes that quest. Let's pick up the right-hand side bag. It gives us a spare storage cube, which is good. And now the deal with these, if I remember correctly, is let's open up the bag first. What do we get? We got a greater bag. Oh, maximum speed bow and some arrows. Not bad. I'm gonna put that in my weapons and useful chest. So I think I'm just gonna put it over here just for a second, and we'll hook it up properly in a minute. But for now, just put that there, and then you've got to connect. They've got to be touching. It's got to be in a cube like that. You can't have an odd number of blocks. If I took that block off, see, it breaks the system. It's got to be in like a 2x2 or a 1x4. I wonder if 1x3 would work. Let's try that for a second. Just to curiosity. So you have the crafting unit, the coprocessor, and the... Oh, it does work. 1x3. And then you could put another one on there as well. And then the crafting monitor tells you, it shows you what it's making. I mean, for now, I'll just put that on there and give it a bit more storage, but we can use that on the next. You can build up like a couple of crafting things, and we'll get that working in a minute. That counts as a node of that maximum of 8 that we talked about. So on this system here, on this line, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can link that in to the to that because I've got enough room on that line. He says eloquently. Let's go grab ourselves some cable. Okay, and that's that linked in. It doesn't do anything on its own. You end up we have to do patterns. And there's another part of the system that we really need before we can make use of that. And I think that's where where is it? It's where these assemblers come in. I think what we're going to do is, well, first off, we're going to look at the molecular assembler, which is the last link on this chain down here. It's the next part of the ME crafting system. And then once I've done that, I want to look at doing a big reactor, as we talked about in the last episode. But let's get started with the molecular assembler first. And it's pretty simple. It's just formation core, annihilation core, iron quartz, and a crafting table. Should have all of those. Check on our core status. Yeah, we've got enough cores to make up one of those. We'll just make up... Actually, let's make up 2 to start with. So we're going to need crafting table, which we don't have any of. So we'll make up... Let's grab ourselves some wood. Let's just stick all that into the system. Right, so then we'll take that and that. And we'll make up 2 crafting benches. Put those into the system. And we now should have enough to make up the 2 molecular... Actually, I think it asked for 5. That gives us 2. Did it say 5? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to need to make up some more formation cores. There you go. Let's make up like about 20 of those. We're going to use them at some point anyway. And then we'll make up the other cores. Just dump those into the thing. We need the other core, which is the formation core. And again, we'll make up like 20 of those. 22. Whoops, my mistake. Okay, well, no problem. We'll use them. Okay, and now we make up 3 more of these. What are we missing? Crafting tables again. So only 3 more crafting tables. Clear that recipe. 1, 2, 3. Stick those in the system. And now we should be able to make up the last 3. Okay, and that makes us all of the molecular assemblers. And that'll clear the quest. It also gives us some wireless stuff, which is going to be very nice. And a wireless booster. Let's have a look at the recipe and see if it's worth claiming that. Wireless booster takes... We got all that material. I'm not worried about that at all. Let's claim one of the bags. Let's go for a middle bag. We haven't had one of those for a while. It's a good one. Probably got a bunch of rubbish, but amazing Technicolor glasses. Yeah, like I said, pile of rubbish. Okay, so that's the massive mess of cabling sorted out for this system. That's got power on each of the boxes. It's not showing up as a channel on the yellow cable, and I'm not entirely sure why. But I know it needs the power because now it's gaining recharge. So it does need that cable. That other line is showing 8 channels, so all of those are hooked up. So we've now got export, and we've now got interfaces onto each one. So which one is the logic? Is that one. We had our pattern set up. Where did I put our pattern? There it is. The printed. There it is, the encoded pattern. I'll stick some of these cables in here for now. Let's clear up our inventory. Let's do that. So much rubbish in our inventory. We need to get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, and then what we do now is make sure that we're on the right one. That is definitely the logic one. We tell it on the interface, which is on this side here, that you are crafting or you're able to craft a printed logic circuit. Let's go back to our crafted view. See, now it's showing as crafted. If I hit like 10 of those, hit next. Oh, we didn't hit the next and hit start. And there it goes. It's crafting up 10 of those. And it should be exporting them, I think. Did it register that as... It's not exporting. Oh, no, we have to import it into the system, not export it. Exporting is taking it out of the system. We're trying to actually put items into the system, which is the import bus, not the export bus. I got those confused, which I don't think we have any of. So we'll have to make up some import buses, which is more annihilation cores, which we now, I think we actually have that as a crafted thing, don't we? Craftable. That's formation core. Why don't we make up a pattern for the other core? For that one. Stick that into the terminal, make that a pattern for that. And then we go stick that into our system over here. So now it knows how to make both of those types of cores. And we can tell it to make up 20 of those. This is why you need multiple of these systems. So we cancel that. It'll allow it to make up more than one thing at once. And you need, when you start stacking up processes, it becomes fairly important to do that. They made up those, and then we'll make up 10 of the other ones as well. 10 of you. And it's made those up. Okay, so we know we've got enough of those in the system. Sticky pistons. Don't have many slime balls, I don't think. Down on slime. Let's put that back to stored. Oh no, we do. We just don't, we're down on pistons. So if we make up a pattern for pistons as well. Because we're going to be using those quite a bit by the looks. Say make you into a pattern. And we can dump that into here as well. So it can now make pistons as well. We'll start building up our crafting recipes. So we can cancel that. Go on to our crafted. Let's make up, say 100 of those. And we're missing cobble. At least it tells you what you need. It's because we haven't put cobble into our system yet. If we go and grab a couple of stacks of that and bung it into our system, once we get the ender quarry going, we will have, it's very weird not seeing all that storage. Once we get the ender quarry going, we'll have enough of this stone in deep storage, and it'll be in the system automatic. It might be a way of speeding up our generation of compressed cobble as well. Okay, we can just dump that into the system. There you go. Now it should have enough to craft up 100 of those. There it goes. Automatic, hit it start. And there it goes. It's fairly quick. Yeah. I don't think there's a way of speeding that up. I don't think there's a faster crafting unit. Although I think maybe the number of coprocessors that you add into it might affect it. I'll have to check on that. It might be, if you put in more than one coprocessor, it might be able to do that a little bit faster. But again, I'm not entirely sure. But what we'll end up doing, we'll have like a row of 8 or 9 of these, so it can like create 8 or 9 different things at once. And that'll also speed up the system so we're not waiting on it. Otherwise, it makes that whole process a little bit slow. If we now look at the import bus, which again, we're going to need quite a few of these. So why don't we make up a pattern for that, which means we're going to need a pattern for the sticky piston, which is one of those. And then we can also make up something for the interface, because again, we're going to need a whole bunch of those over time. Where did you go? There you are. And we'll make a pattern for you. So we got sticky piston, import bus. The only other bus we need is the export bus. So we'll make up a pattern for that as well. All like that. And that'll give us all the patterns we need for all of our types of bus. There you go. And now, so we need, now we can use that to make our 4 import buses. And we can do that without having to worry about crafting it ourselves. We need 4, please. Thank you. And off it goes. And it's done. So if we look in the system for import bus, we've actually got 9 of them. I actually had some already in the thing. Let's put the export buses away. And let's put those... Oop, nope, not there. Nope. It might need us to take the cable off first and then put the import bus on. Like so. And then we'll hook the cable back up. Okay, and those should now... There they go. Now they're importing into the system. And you can put speed things in to increase the speed of that. And that will now, if we make up... So we made up 10 of those. It would now... There it goes, and it starts counting down. So we've automated the process of that. We need to do now the same for the other presses. Where's the calculation? Stick one of those in there. And that's going to generate one of those. So then we put that into the other side of the pattern. And create an encoded pattern for that. And then we can stick that. Is it that one? Calculation, yep. That's telling it to make those. So that should now be available to us. We need the diamond and the silicon, which I'm not sure if we have any silicon left in the system. Oh, we do. Got a whole bunch of it there. So we're going to take that out and that out. We're going to take silicon, makes one of those, create that pattern, and then we need a diamond. Take one of those, and I don't think we have we have to take another diamond. Where are you? Come on. Just make up a regular press. Go. Tell that makes that, and encode that. And then we've got our final 2 patterns, and that system is now... No, we need the pattern. Engineering. And that'll be the silicon. Just double check. Yep. So that system is now fully automated, in such that we can go to our crafting menu, and we can now make all of those. What we now need is to add on our other... Where did our other inscriber go? Put it back onto stored and crafted. Now we'll add this. Oops. just next to that for now. And we'll run our, took all my ME cable. Let's grab our ME cable. Ooh, no, I've put NE, ME. Where are you? Not you, I'll take you. And again, we'll do the same. We'll power it there. And then out of the back, we'll import into the system. We need another import bus. Do we have any in this system? Yes, we do. Let's add a couple there. Stick that on the back. Like so. And then what we're going to tell it to do this time is... Oops, no, don't want to do that. Take that off. Take those out. Not sure if this is going to work. We might have, I don't know if we have to feed into a specific side or whether this will just know where to place the things, but we'll try it this way around first. And we're going to tell it to, again, it's a processing. So we need one of those, one of those, no, not those, one of those, and one of those will make up our engineering press. That, and then we'll test it, see if it automates the system. I'm going to put that. So we need a regular, oh, that's right, we need an interface, don't we? To interface with the system. So I'll grab one of our interfaces. And we'll stick that on the top this time, because do that. And we can take that. Can we knock that off? I don't think it really matters. It's not going to change anything. How many channels have we got on there now? That is saying... should be on that white one. Yeah, we've still got some channels left over, so we're okay on that. And then we put the interface. Nope, not there. I think we're going to have to knock off that... oh, we already put it on, didn't we? Put it on the top. Derp. And that's our pattern for that. We've got no printed silicon in the system. So in order to make this, it would need to make up the printed silicon as well. So if we now go to crafting on that and make up 10 more of those, it says it needs to craft 10 of those. So if we start that, and there it goes. It's making off the silicon. Grab one of those. Grab one of those. And then if we come and grab one of those. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Pressing keys all over the place. And then we need some of that. And then we can now tell it to make up our last two types of processor, which require that. No, it just needs one of those. Oh, because we need the, tell it it's going to make up that. That gives us that gold one, and then we just need to do the same with that for our calculation. And that is now all of our presses, or all of our circuits, are now fully automated in our ME crafting system. Took a while, got there in the end. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clean up. Let's grab our stone back. Let's grab that, and then we're just going to clean up the mess we made with the floor. So there you go. That's the basis of that. So that's how all the crafting system works. And over time, you build up a bunch of these recipes in the encoded patterns, and you build up like a batch of molecular assemblers, and it creates a whole ton of stuff for you. And that's about where I'm going to leave the automatic crafting system for now. I'll expand it later as we need it. We got drive space. Probably could do with filling up those 4, which I can probably do off camera. You've seen me make drives already. And then the next thing, now that we got that sorted out, did we pick up the reward for it? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, we picked up our reward. And I'm pretty sure we opened up the bag. That line is dead for a while. So we need resources like out of the wazoo. We can do the deep storage, which we'll do next. Deep storage and the big reactor. Keep talking about the big reactor. I will get there in the end. In fact, I'm going to do that on the next episode. Yeah, so big reactor is going to be next episode. And that'll get our power sorted out. Then we just need the deep storage, and then we're ready to start the Ender Quarry off. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you could hit that like and subscribe button, I would very much appreciate it. And until next time, toodles!